Hello there, Main Street friends. I am headed up to breakfast. It is super early. It is like 6:45 right now, and we are up bright and early to head out on our excursion. We are going to go snorkeling with the turtles, so I'm very excited and very sleepy. Anyways, let's go. Welcome to Cozumel, Mexico. It's so foggy. It's very humid out here. There's our pretty ship. The sun is blinding.
The sun is high and I'm holding on.
We are taking a 45-minute ferry ride to where?
Mainland. To
Mainland.
Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen.
Not to be confused with Playa del Carmen in San Diego. Which is very difficult to find.
And we're gonna go snorkeling with turtles. So even though we are in Cozumel, we are not actually visiting Cozumel today. We're visiting somewhere else.
Yes, we're heading over to mainland Mexico.
Mainland Mexico. So if you don't see us again,
we're somewhere in mainland Mexico.
Help! No, just kidding. Should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. And we'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey friends, so I just wanted to pop on and do a little voiceover to tell you a little bit about this excursion because everything was so crazy throughout the day that I didn't have a whole lot of time to regroup my thoughts, and by the end of the day, I was actually feeling quite sick. So just so you know, this excursion, this is not reflective on Disney, this is the actual excursion company, we felt was very, very unorganized. Here is where I think there should be some improvements going forward if they continue to do these tours. So we get off and we had probably about 40 or 50 people that were in the same group as us, and we started walking towards these tour guides. Now the tour guides, there was 2 of them there, and 8 of us made it to the main area, and she passed us off to a guide named Paco. So 8 of us were to go with Paco, even though the rest of the people weren't with us. So we weren't actually told beforehand that we were all splitting up and going in different guides. But it was fine. The 8 of us went with him. He had on, you know, all the official gear and everything, so we knew it was our tour guide. That wasn't a problem. Then we started walking throughout town. Now, he didn't tell us where we were going, so we assumed that we were just going to walk kind of alongside the coast and make it to where the turtles were. What we actually did was walk through the town for about probably 10 minutes, and then we finally made it to a van. Once we got to the van, we met our driver and then got in and headed on our way. Now, we had 3 different locations that we were going to that day. We actually didn't know they were going to be separate locations. We thought they were all at the same spot. So they first were taking us to Turtles for snorkeling, a location that had caves, and then the 3rd location was where you were going to eat lunch. Our guide made it very, very confusing, and he kept saying the turtles later when you see them. So we were under the impression that we were going to the caves first. I wish they would have given us like a form that said exactly what location we were going to, what time we were going to be there, and like how long we were going to be there, so we could have a much better understanding of what was fully happening. We had on all of our cave gear ready kind of to go to the caves, and halfway there he says, oh, the turtles, we're seeing the turtles. And we're like, okay. So we don't really have our swimsuits on because we prepared for going in the cave. So we quickly, once we got there, switched to our swimsuits, everything, did the turtle, and then got back on the bus to go to the caves. So we were gonna change, and then our guide didn't make it very clear that you were actually kind of swimming through the caves because the water comes up pretty high to your waist. So we were going to put on dry clothes, and our guide kept saying, like, no, you'll get wet. And we didn't really understand fully what he was saying, so it would have been nice to know that, oh, like, you need your swimsuit for this, you need the snorkel for this. Again, just a list laying out what you need, what kind of footwear you need for each location, and what outfit you need for each location. Also, I would like them to notify people that if you get motion sickness, this might not be the best excursion for you. Now, I did have a relief band that is for motion sickness and nausea, and if I would have known, I would have brought that with me for the day, because basically all of these excursions were off road. So you go on a main highway, and once you get down off the main highway, you are taken off the main highway to these dirt roads, and they can't actually pave these roads because there's caves underneath, and it could create sinkholes, and it could ruin all of the caves, all of that. Totally understand. However, our driver did not drive slow. He drove very fast, and he like plowed down these roads, and you were just bumping back and forth like more than airline turbulence. It was crazy. So I was being thrown around a lot, and it was about, I'd say, a 10 to 15 minute drive all the way down until we reached these caves. So by the time we got to the caves, I was so sick. So once we finished the caves and we were going to lunch, we had to go back down that road, which was awful. And then we got to the location where lunch was, and you have to go down another off-paved road. That one was only about 10 minutes, so it wasn't as bad. But as you can imagine, we're there for a Mexican feast, which is supposed to be this really amazing lunch, and the scenery is gorgeous. There was a beach. All of that was phenomenal. But I felt like I could only eat rice because at that point I just felt so sick and miserable. So all I wanted to do at that point was get back on the boat. Needless to say, I had a great time on the excursion, and I think it's an excursion that Disney should keep. But Disney, if you're listening, help them to give you a form of what to bring. Let people know about motion sickness. Let people know your footwear and required items you should bring, and the schedule.
Okay guys, we're getting ready for our turtle adventure, so that should be lots of fun. A nice sunny day. There's a Nathan. Hi!
Hey everybody.
It's nice and clear.
Yeah.
Snorkeling was lots of fun. We saw some squid, we saw some fish,
Calamari.
saw one turtle, and then we're going spelunking.
No, I don't think we are.
No?
We're gonna go cave hiking.
Cave hiking, same thing.
Yeah.
And apparently we can see some bats.
Saw an iguana.
Move. Okay, good listening. My friends are there.
Hey Jess, say hi. What do you have on your head?
I'm doing cave exploring.
Okay guys, we're heading down to the caves. That's Paco.
We know that's the trees and roots. Yes. All the roots of the trees right here.
Oh, look at the fish.
And find our little bat friends. We're going to find fruit bats soon. They live. Oh, look at this, guys. If you watch to the ceiling over there, that way, you can see all the coral reef formations, guys. So remember, this place used to be under the water a long time ago. The history says after the shooting star hit the air, all Yucatan Peninsula come up out of the sea. That's why everything in here is made of limestone and all the coral reefs. So these big rocks, guys, belongs to the silly. You see the bat? So one day I will show you a lot of nice things. So you can see right here, this is like a big hole in there. Maybe this rock belongs to the area exactly. They collapse. We know we have a lot of sensors, so we know if something is changing. But don't worry, it's not going to happen today. See the bat? Lying up there. I will try to find one later, okay? Very good. So you can see also the roots of the trees trying to reach the water. And I will show you something really nice in a few minutes. As soon as I found him. Guys, watch your step. Don't hit yourself on the rocks. Nice. These are our friends. We don't want anybody lost.
I didn't see the Batman, but I saw the shadow.
Okay, so look at this. As you guys know, stalactites always are dripping water. They are completely hollow. So they are like a little straws. They are dripping water. But just think about it, those little holes in here. Those stalactites have been dripping water for thousands of years. So look at this. I want you guys to touch these little rocks in here. We call it pearls, but they are not like the ones you know. You can touch them if you want and feel how smooth they can be. So those little rocks, they've been in those little holes spinning and spinning and spinning for thousands of years. So they can be so smooth, like you can feel that. Here. So one day, guys, once again, this little area right here will collapse because there is no columns, nothing to support this part, this area right here. So this is when we start, this cave will become cenotes or sinkholes because when they collapse, we have another different entrance. Wow. Sounds like a metal, right? It's very important, try to never hold them, try to never touch them because they are really fragile. If you hold them, you can break them easily. And these ones are shining a lot. They are just maybe quartz to be sold in there. Exactly, sparkling one. They are no diamonds, okay? Otherwise we will be rich. Yeah, watch your step. Slowly, slowly.
Oh, nice and cold. All right, refreshing. There you go.
You can hold this rock if you need.
And it's deeper. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I put it there because. Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
No.
I get it. Is it filming?
Come to this way. Hey, let me get over here. Say baby tarantula.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Hey! Stop pulling me back.
I have never seen.
Oh, you never saw one of those? That's awesome.
And get
It's
away.
really nice, huh?
Oh my goodness. Let's move on, Matt.
Dad, carry me.
Not nice.
Somebody drum.
So, exactly. So we can make some nice sounds in here. Now look at this. Look at this. This white powder, guys. This is all the calcium of this cave, right? So look at this. Why we are not allowed to touch these formations? I'm gonna touch this with my hand. You can see. But look at this. If I touch all my skin and then touch again, you can see like a big chemical reaction. Everything go away. So that happens as soon you touch the formations. They will stop growing. So remember, stalagmites are the ones at the bottom, and stalactites the one at the top. I don't know if you can see exactly. They are dripping water, all of them, because they're still active. They still growing every single day. When they are dripping water, they leave calcium in there. In that way, they are growing slowly, slowly. But look at this one. Just 1 centimeter stalactite, we guess, are 100 years. So you see how old is this? And almost match in there, you see? Exactly, so another 100 years must be. So there's thousands. Look at this. This is our track once again as a scuba divers. This is our entrance to another different spot. This is a huge chamber down there. But this is like 80 meters from here to the other side without breathing. That's why we don't go today. But I just want to show you. Come to this way so you can see a little bit.
80 minutes to get to the other side with no air.
No, thank
We
you.
can make some space for our friends in the back. You can see right there, guys, the water level is crystal clear.
Yeah.
As you can see, the water level goes super higher.
Yeah. Look at that.
Wow, look how clear.
Exactly.
That looks like a little upside down
Now that
castle.
doesn't have the calcium in it anymore?
Yes, it is, but because it's been for a while nobody walking there. The calcium just start getting heavy and goes down. Exactly. So this is the entrance only for our scuba divers tours. You can see this white rock at the left side. This is where we go.
You've been there then?
Yeah, I've been there many times because I explore this cave a lot. Put it on your hands, okay? Put it on your hands. Put it on your hands and rub it. Only in your hands, okay? Rub some. This is different type of calcium. Put it on your hands, rub it. Exactly, this is calcium, different type of minerals. Rub some. Put it on your hands, rub it really hard.
It's like brown sugar.
Look, it feels like sand. Like this
Yeah, feel like sand, exactly. But then, rinse your hands, okay? Rub it. Rub it. And then leave it a little bit.
What's the count?
Takes so long. Exactly, you feel?
Free beauty treatment there.
This is for free. Yeah, so look at this, they are like a little tiny crystals, that's why we don't want. We prefer not to touch them, but you can see how they walk so fast, okay? You want to see them? See this guy in action? And he went to see his kid. So they are completely blind, nothing to be worried, but we prefer nobody touch them because...
Do they usually hang out on this rock here? Or?
Yes, they are always in here because I guess there is a big hole through the roots so they can grab some mosquitoes and stuff. They call it... They look cool, huh?
We are doing one of my favorite activities. We are eating. So I'm told.
This is our lunch view. Lunch by the ocean. These little swings so you can sit and get a drink. Lots of hammocks. Little photo shop. And here is our buffet.
Meat, chorizo, chicken. You can try everything.
Give us a full meal and a place to relax by the ocean. Woohoo! Hello guys! We're back on the ferry to head back to the Disney Magic. So we've got to go back to Cozumel from the... where are we? Yeah.
You guys kind of think I look like John Goodman with these glasses. Just reminds me of him in the King Kong / Godzilla movies.
A little bit.
Anyway, go ahead. What?
So our tour was great. We saw a turtle.
Saw a turtle.
One turtle.
Uno turtle.
We went to Turtle Cove and saw one turtle, but we did see...
More like a flash of a turtle, really, because he was just like, oh, flipper.
Yeah.
And then was like,
No, I followed him for a good while. I just don't know if the GoPro footage picked it up. So if it did, you've already seen that.
The camera.
Yeah, I know. I think I might have taken a photo of him instead, but we'll have inserted that footage already, so.
In lieu of this, I did get some pretty sweet squid footage.
Lots of squid.
For your viewing pleasure.
There was lots of parrotfish, so that was a lot of fun. The caves were really cool. We've got awesome.
Plenty of empty cavern footage for you. Plenty of just darkness.
Saw a few bats, so that was neat. We saw a tarantula, which he was not a fan of.
Nope.
I will say our guide was fantastic. If anybody is coming on the Turtle Cove and Mystic River tour, just note, because it was not on the forms, just note that the pathways, I guess you should say, to get to the actual locations.
The driving.
Are
not
off.
Not that Mario wasn't a good driver, it's just that
they're off-road,
roads,
and they are
like four-wheel drive.
pothole roads.
I wouldn't even call them potholes. They're
like
just like you know the Jeep commercials where they're like going through the forest. That was us.
That was us.
All right.
All right.
We're heading back to the boat.
Back on the boat for Rapunzel. Let me just say, the Disney cruise staff are spoiling us rotten. We came back to our room and there's another cheese spread. Thanks so much, guys. Gonna see Tangled. I'm very, very excited. I wish we could film or take pictures for you guys, but unfortunately we cannot. But afterwards, we're gonna go visit the Snuggly Duckling, and then we're going to Lumiere's. So we're all done up. Got my Enchanted Rose necklace. It's real fancy.
Hi. I have this.
You look so dapper. There is this Snuggly Duckling.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Would you like one as well? Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day, my friend.
Like the sign up there.
Look at that!
I saw some hats. So then we saw, I think they're fiesta here, the whole island. Okay.
Alright, we've got jumbo shrimp with a piece of lobster. Sure. Thank you very much. And what do we have over here?
This is deep fried brie, and I believe cranberry.
Deep fried brie. Wow.
Brie cheese, deep fried, very healthy.
I had this the first day and I'm having it again. Potato leek soup. It is delicious. Probably one of my favorite soups that the Disney Cruise Line makes. And you got the same thing. Yay. Where's the gray stuff?
I know, but it's delicious.
Got a lobster pasta and lamb. Yum. Alright. Daisy Duck!
Well, hello, friends.
Hi! 6319. How are you?
Get on in there.
Fabulous!
We saw you had an opening in your busy schedule, so
we just saw Donald downstairs. Thank you. I love your dress too. It's beautiful. Spin? Oh, yours twirls way more than mine.
I gotta spin? Let's see it.
Woo woo!
Oh, look. She's swooning. Oh. I have to stick with my date. Next time, though.
Push him overboard, Daisy.
You're gonna believe a Wendy Bird. You're gonna believe a Wendy Bird. Do you know about Wendy Birds? Yes, of course. They work hand in hand.
We're trying to find out what speed of band is.
Even her pants. Even her outfit. She has floral on her outfit. It's really great for blending in. And then surprise attacks. So I think she has working hand in hand with Tinkerbell. Whoa.
That changes it all.
Now who do you believe?
But now we have to take
now who believes?
Now we gotta take her with us. Yeah?
Right?
Yeah.
You capture her.
You gotta come with her.
Yeah.
Is this a mutiny? friends, that is the end of today's vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along to Cozumel, Mexico with us and our lovely afternoon. Tomorrow we have a day at sea with all of our Marvel friends. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I get to meet Loki. Yes!
That wasn't Doctor Strange. I meant to do
There.
Does he do one of these? I don't know. He does like jazz hands.
Do you want me to insert like special effects here?
That would be really cool, actually. You can do like the Doctor Strange. I don't know. I'm going to the show tomorrow to learn the mystic arts. So
We're gonna learn the mystic arts with Doctor Strange.
I don't know why I said it like the mystic arts.
Mystic arts.
Anyway, yeah, he does one of these things and then does the. I don't know. I'm going as Iron Man, so peace out.
Good night, guys. Like and subscribe, and we will see you around like a donut.
And comment.
Comment.